And already chat's calling for a pedestal C. Here we go!
All right, so Psigarde going with the invisible Link sprite and finding a sword in Link's house.
Always nice to find that off early on. He's going to immediately head over to the Sanctuary. We only found 20 bucks in the Sanctuary chest. So let's see what we're going to do here. Mike the V heading off. Probably going to check the Lumberjack Cave. And then we'll see where he goes from there.
All right, so Psigarde checks both chests early, gets 20 rupees and a sword, and then decides to leave from Link's house. Whereas Mike the V is heading up toward the Lumberjack Cave and the Lost Woods, getting a batch of magic from the Tier 1 tree pole, and the crab has more magic.
Yep, and we are getting an early map check on Mike the V's side. We got red pendant and an eastern crystal in Tower of Hera. I think it was a crystal in desert, but I couldn't see which one. And I could not see... Oh, Master Sword from the Uncle, Vanilla Sword from Uncle. Wow, Master Sword within 1 minute. That's crazy.
Yep, semi-vanilla Uncle location.
So Mike the V's going to want to head back over that way soon, but it looks like let's see where he goes from there. 20 bucks from the mushroom spot. Let's see what's a seed already.
All right, so Psigarde's going to be heading into the escape, which with a sword is a pretty good play. You know, a reusable weapon, making it pretty easy to get down to all those chests in the dungeon area. It's less fun to do when you have to use bombs.
Absolutely. No, you have to have at least some kind of permanent weapon to be able to deal with the escape. Mike the V now heading into Kakariko, 10 bucks from the first chest and escape. And Mike's going straight for the well. He has no bombs yet, so unless he finds some in one of these chests, he's not going to check the back of it.
So Mike the V heading into the first of many locations containing 5 chests, unfortunately not being able to pick up one of them.
Yeah, he'll have to come back for that. He probably will once he gets some money. He's got enough money to buy some bombs from the shop, and I think that's where he's going now to stock up. Because you need at least like 3-4 bombs to get through all the items in Kakariko. Psigarde finding a map there in the blue guard chest.
Yep. So Mike the V jumped into that Kakariko well in hopes of picking up a little bit of money, and he did. I believe he had 40 rupees and could pick up another 10 from the pots there, and that was enough to get the bombs.
Makes sense to me. Checking out the chicken shack. Well, there's his bombs. Figures, right? You always get the bombs after you don't need them anymore.
That is how it works. Welcome to Randomizer.
Welcome to V26, the troll logic.
Mm-hmm. You ever heard of insane troll logic? I have. It's great.
I've seen it. Psigarde now looks like he's going to be heading the back way around into Kakariko. So let's see what the back of that well has. Hopefully this was worth. And he's going to get some more rupees because he wants to get that bottle better. Moon Pearl!
Oh!
Yeah, it's good thing you went back for that.
Fear of transformation. Oh, yeah.
Psigarde now farming the bushes over there near the Sacred Grove. There's a couple bushes there that have a 50-50 shot of dropping bombs, so it's always a good idea. So if you're looking for bombs, that's a good place to get them.
Psigarde is 0 for 4 right now. There we go.
Mike the V getting Bloomerang Power Glove.
It's so bad. It's very bad. That's all I'm saying.
And Fisher Price Shield.
So it looks like Mike the V did not amass a total of 100 rupees, which was the price for the bottle vendor item.
Nope, he's going to have to come back for that later. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him. I only saw $5 in the race game, and the library has 5 more rupees.
Well, that's actually pretty strange. There's not that many 5 rupees in the pool.
That's true. Mike the V checking the back end of Escape now, since he's got that power glove and a bomb. So let's see what those 3 items are. We got a small key, heart container, and the red meringue. So not much worth there.
So a couple of boomerangs. Mike the V picks up his sword. Yeah, that's probably the reason that he decided not to continue through the back end of Escape, because without a sword, you're never gonna kill that rat.
Yeah, no sword, no lamp, not a good idea.
I guess a boomerang would do it.
Possibly. Nonetheless, he is going to head over to South Shore, check out the dam. We'll see what he has here. And we got silvers. Early silvers. That's always nice to see, because that means
Indeed.
Once he gets the bow, a lot of bosses are going to be a lot easier to kill. So that's a nice find early on. Now he's going to drain the dam. Psigarde pick up his moon pearl from the well. Also, the chat was asking, what kind of coffee do I do to get this energy? No, this is just my natural charisma, folks.
So what is your charisma, like a 16?
I think it's a little bit higher than that, my friend. But yeah, for me, it's just I don't get hype, I stay hype.
Oh, there you go. All right, so Mike the V will be heading up to yet another 5-item location. It's the mini Moldorm Cave.
Yep. Always a nice hot spot for items. Ooh, having a little trouble there. He didn't get the Master Sword, so these Moldorm's going to give him a little trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to those bombs, he gets through them pretty quickly.
They live up to their progenitor.
Indeed. Magic cape there from the thief, but not much else, though. He's got 300 rupees, so he's on his way for Zora money.
Yep. Zora money, also bottleman vendor money. Speaking of which, Psigarde is about to do that. Just bombs with the bottle vendor.
All right, so Mike the V not missing too much by missing that. Not bad. But right now, we still don't have any major progressions. Also, having that magic following him like that was... Oh! Mike the V taking a death from those crabs will get you if you don't be careful.
Yeah, the crabs in the early part of the game just do a sick amount of damage for how early you encounter them.
Yeah, no kidding. But nonetheless, we don't have any real progression thus far. I mean, we have the power glove, we have the sword, and we have the moon pearl, but we don't have that. Really doesn't send us anywhere yet. We don't have a lamp, so dark rooms are technically not accessible in the logic. Nor is Desert Palace, so we're still missing an item out there somewhere. We got to find something if we're going to move forward.
Indeed. So Mike the V is going to be checking the south end of Kakariko now, which he did not do before.
Yeah, he's not going to find much there, but I think he's going to check the bottle vendor, get the bombs from that, and then head off somewhere else. I would say he should go back and check Ice Rod Cave before he goes too much further, because there's not much else he can check.
Yeah, I think a fake flipper might be in their future.
And we got a good look at the lumberjack, only 20 rupees, so chances of Agus Seed not gone, but diminished.
Mm-hmm. I have seen some very weird things.
You are not alone there.
Like a Aghanim required so that you could actually get the bomb from the shop to the pyramid because you didn't have the hammer.
Indeed. Psigarde making an early play on Death Mountain here. Again, this is technically a sweet sequence break, but the items you find there could end up being helpful.
So Psigarde is doing this sort of man mode with no sword sparkles.
Yeah, we honestly can't even see where he is right now. We have no idea where he's at. Oh, there we go.
I saw him slash a couple of times.
Yeah, just saw that myself. Mike the V now heading to the uncle as well. He's going to be getting his Master Sword very soon. So let's see what the old man gives us.
But looks like tier 2 or possibly 3 tree pull is the 80 rupee tree pull. And Psigarde getting trolled.
Thanks for the help, Sonny. Here's $5 for your trouble.
Yeah, but those dead rocks, nobody likes them.
No, I call them the official mascots of the randomizer because they are the biggest trolls you will ever find. You can only kill them with magic powder, and otherwise they will just do nothing but get in your way.
I have another set of lyrics in the works to a song that I'm calling "Everybody Wants to Kill Those Squirrels."
Ooh, flute on Spectacle Rock.
Whoo, flute all day. But you're gonna have to have the mirror to get that thing.
Yep, so we're going to be on the lookout for that, especially if Meyer does become a crystal dungeon. If Meyer is required, then we're definitely going to be seeing some mirror action.
And, you know, if the mirror is early at all, I expect them to go get the flute either way, because it's just so convenient for movement.
Indeed. Mike the V now heading into the dungeon area of escape while Psigarde checking the back end. So we're seeing a lot of similar runs here. And since we're doing that, we'll take this early opportunity to remind you guys, if you're already enjoying these runners, please give them both a follow on Twitch, Mike the V and Psigarde, as well, of course, our restreamer Alvi, our tracker Blast Egg, and of course, myself and my co-commentator, Dr. Bob Tastic. Give us all a follow. Whole awesome group of guys making this possible for you here today.
All right, there we go. So now the speed gaming bots are working. So we've got the links to all the runners and the commentators. Yeah, special shout out to our tracker Blast Egg for doing a job that's not glamorous, but it works and does a lot of it's one of the most important things you see.
The unsung hero of the randomizer, folks. Trust me, it's
of course
a job.
And of course to Alvi, who is putting together this show for you on the stream. We have a restreamer. His name is Alvi, and it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I've worked with Alvi before. He's always a trip to work with when it comes to restreams. Expect some fun out of him. So Mike the V now heading over to Sir Hassela's closet. We got 3 good items back there. Let's see if one of those pays off for us. What do we have here? We have $20, piece of heart, and another piece of heart. A lot of love in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Psigarde now doing the Houlihan room. Going to stock up on some rupees. Gonna be just a little shy of what he needs for Zora, but still nice to have all that extra money.
So for those of you who don't know about the Houlihan room, it's a secret room that was actually programmed into the game. There was a contest to get your name in this game in the Nintendo Power magazine, and the guy who got it was a man named Chris Houlihan. Now, in the randomizer, the names that are in there are the winners of the tournaments. So right now, Ben, or AJ Neb 147, is honored on that tile in the Houlihan room.
Yep, and we'll add the winners of both this main tournament and the secondary tournament onto that list as well once this tournament concludes. Mike the V now heading into Eastern Palace to start checking that out. Also, we should mention with the Chris Houlihan room, the way you access it is you have to basically, it's kind of a glitched setup. You have to do certain events that forces the game to lose track of your location, and when you fall into a hole after doing so, it will send you to that room as kind of a debug room. So anyone who's curious how they do that, the easiest way is usually to enter the cave near the river, then jump into the water a few times. You won't lose any health, and then you can just fall into the hole right there. That's the easiest way we found to do it.
Yeah.
So
now that only works if you don't have the flippers.
That's true. That's very true.
And
You have the flippers.
You have to make sure to jump in at least 4 times.
I've seen it work with 2. 2 or 3 times usually is enough. 4 is just, for safety.
I don't know. I've done it with 3 and it didn't work. So
Titans mitts!
Titans mitts!
And Mike the V found all the items already in Eastern Palace, and since he does not have the bow, he's gonna nope right on out of there.
Mm-hmm. And it's a pendant.
That's true, but yep, you never know. We still don't know what we're gonna find yet. This could still be a pedestal seed, but we'll see. Well, now thanks to having Titans Bins, we have early Dark World access. And I think that's where Mike the V's heading.
Yep, early Dark World access with no hammer. Meaning the east side is currently off limits.
I'm going to map check. Green pendant at Thieves Town, blue pendant at Ice Palace, Crystal 6 in Turtle Rock, Crystal 5 at Swamp Palace.
Yep. Nice long look from Mike the V. Thank you for that.
It's much appreciated. And he's going to head out to Skull Woods now. There's a couple of easy, at least 2 items there he can get to, he can find potentially.
And
won't be able to full clear it unless he finds the fire rod.
And Skull Woods is a location that's wide open. And based on the way that the V26 logic fills things, items have a much higher probability of being in places that are open early on.
Indeed. And for Mike the V finding a piece of heart, so there's 1 item already. And mirror!
Oh! It's mirror time.
That's a nice find. That opens up a few places. You won't be able to do much else without it. Psigarde fake flipping over to the hobo, finds 20 bucks for his troubles. I've kind of learned that V26 doesn't seem to favor sequence breaking too much. So
yeah, the thing I get from sequence breaking in V26 is information about where the sequence could be broken. That's about what you can find out of it. So it's not good for terms of finding items. It's good in terms of finding info, but yeah. So, but with the mirror, Mike the V now can get back to Death Mountain, though without a lamp. Technically, that would be a sequence break. So let's bear that in mind. Apparently, the first thing there was also an item. I didn't notice what it was.
Piece of heart.
Okay, so yeah, that's just 2 items and you're gone.
Pretty much.
Can't do anything more. You need that fire rod to continue.
Yep, Mike the V finding bombs on the bumper cave, so that's not going to happen. My guess is we're still looking. The lamp is somewhere around. I think the lamp is the 1 item they still need to find, and I'm willing to bet that that's somewhere in the desert. I'd say Agonist Cave is probably where it's hiding.
Oh boy, why do you wish this on people?
It's not that I wish it. It's just that I'm basing on what I've seen. Process of elimination. There's not many other places left to check. But Mike the V gonna head up to the graveyard cave here. We'll see what's gonna be found. Zora only paying out a 5 arrow upgrade, not worth. And I didn't see what was on the ledge. Only 10 arrows in the graveyard cave. We're running short on locations early.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say the lamp is probably in Thieves Town. That's where it tends to be when I when I get here early. Let's see.
Psigarde now heading up to Eastern Palace. He's going to be checking there. Not going to find too much there, except for his Titans mitts. Mike the V now looks like he's heading to Village of Outcasts.
Blast Egg, it does look like your crystals and pendants are correct.
Yeah, you're looking good there, buddy. Keep up the good work. Heart container in the Sea House. Yeah, Falco, I said, yeah, lamp cannot be in Desert Palace. Well, it could be in some locations in Desert Palace, but it can't be, like, Land Mollas can't have it. But then again, we don't know where the book is, so it depends on where the book is and whether or not it's there. It can't be an Agonist Cave, though.
just a big 20 at the chess game, and now Mike the V will be heading down to the bombable hut down here. Psigarde, meanwhile, making his way into Eastern Palace, which Mike the V has already done.
Fire Rod!
God.
Skullwood's looking really good right now.
You can head back to Skull Woods and do that. Now, the only thing you would get from that is a crystal, but you're gonna get a crystal. It doesn't hurt.
That's true. Mike the V now heading over to the digging game.
And how many digs you think?
I don't know. I saw a lot of digs last night.
So it can be anywhere from 1 to 30, and in this case, it's 9, where we find a big heart.
Opting not to pick it up. I mean, if it was a piece of heart, I can understand, but this early on, without any mail upgrades, I would have picked that up.
Well, maybe. I mean, he's heading into Thieves Town, probably. And eventually, and with the current setup he's got, that's basically the NMG setup. You've got 7 hearts and green mail, and you go into Thieves Town and just rock it.
That's true. And instead, he's opting for the Frogsmith. Gonna turn him in, probably even pick up purple chests along the way. So we'll see.
So with these crystals and pendants, we can start calculating the pedestal hype index. Now, we cannot have the bow on the pedestal because Eastern is a pendant. We could, in theory, have the hook shot on the pedestal if Ice Palace is laid out in a certain way.
It's not likely, but possible. Boots
the
could
ice
be
rod
on the
is
pedestal. Flippers. Yeah, flippers could be.
No, flippers can't be. Ice Palace is a pendant.
Fair point. Fair point.
But ice rod always. Medallions to get into Misery Mire, Turtle Rock, Cane of Samaria. So lots of different items that can be there.
Indeed, indeed. So we've got a lot to check here.
Could in theory be flute, but we know where the flute is.
Yeah. We know flute can be because we know where that is. Mike the V now gonna check old Stumpy. He didn't find much in the mirror cave. So let's see what the old Stump's got for us. $20. Getting a lot of big 20s early on. That's a sign.
There are, I think, like 28 of them in the pool. It's some sort of ridiculous number.
Yeah. Also, go to the flute. Yeah, the flute was on Spectacle Rock. So now that Mike the V has the mirror, he can go pick that up later. But again, he does not have a lamp, so that's still technically a sequence break. And it looks like we're going to be checking the hype cave. Is it actually going to be hype today?
Well, we'll find out. Is it hype cave or is it tripe cave?
Let's find out. He's set up. $100 from the thief. Psigarde taken to death. I don't know if that was a death warp. Mushroom. Quake.
Whack.
Flippers.
Oh!
You know what? I call that a hype cave.
We've got increasing levels of hype all the way down.
Yeah, I'd call that a hype cave.
Well, you know what just happened, right?
Ice Palace just opened up.
Ice Palace.
Ice Palace just opened up. Oh, how long will they go before they make that play? That's a good question.
Oh, boy. Nobody likes Ice Palace.
Nobody does. I've never liked Ice Palace.
I mean, I kind of like Ice Palace. But, you know, I like Ice Palace in the sense that, you know, I like... I don't know. I couldn't come up with a good metaphor. Okay. Anyways, it's fun. It's fun when it's done right.
Very true. But yeah, ice. That makes things interesting here. Mike the V heading over lake to the high lake here. Is he gonna check the floating island, the Lake Hylia Island? I don't think we saw it was there.
Why not? I mean, you got a mirror. You might as well.
No, but he takes
Or
a
you could
death
just
before-
die.
Takes a death right as he gets to it. That's gotta feel awful.
Yeah, explosives, not so great.
Bet he regrets
This-
leaving that heart container behind now.
This John Madden style commentary, explosives are not great. Alright, so Mike the V, yeah, just a piece of heart, so it wouldn't have really helped him that much. He's gonna do the hobo and Zora sequence probably.
Now he can't do it because he's got the flipper, so it's on the logic.
And then he may just go straight for Ice Palace at this rate.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. An early Ice Palace run. I mean, Ice Palace as our first completable dungeon, that is insane.
Alright, so Psigarde making their way into the Village of Outcasts. Going to be following in the footsteps of Mike the V. We will see if Psigarde makes a trip into Thieves Town.
That could be interesting. There's some potential items there. And it is Green Pendant, so Pendant Dungeon or not, that still might be a good play to make. He's opening it up. Is he going in? Yes, he is. We're getting a Thieves Town play.
Nice.
And Mike the V remembering the Ice Rod Cave. Let's see if that turns around and pays off for him.
Yeah. Also, fair point made in the chat. You actually need the hammer to complete Ice Palace.
Ah, that's true. That's true. So
I keep forgetting about those little like mole head things.
yeah, I think everyone does. So Psigarde got a bottle in Thieves Town already. $20 from the Ice Rod Cave.
And that is our first bottle.
Yep. And since Psigarde's right there, he might stop off and check the Sit Kid once he finishes up in Thieves Town. And Gaikotsu, one of my favorite trolls, coming up with his troll logic here. Hookshot and Ice Palace, Powder and Hookshot Cave, leading to the Mushroom, which leads to the book, Shovel on Ether Tablet, which leads to the boots, to the hammer in King's Tomb, and the Ice Rod on Cold Stare.
There's one slight issue with that, in that we've already found the mushroom.
That's true. That mushroom is already found in Hype Cave. Still,
But that's pretty troll.
That is, I love your thinking there, Gaikotsu. You're one of my favorite trolls. All right, Mike the V heading, checking out. So our heart container on the ledge, that's what we missed earlier. And we know
Right.
Zora doesn't have anything.
It's like, Gaikotsu, just make a Plando already.
Arrow upgrade from the Sick Kid, so that was a bust.
Yes. We will definitely 100% be needing the lamp by the logic to get to that flute.
I'm still calling it. I'm calling it right now. Lamp in Agatus Cave.
Okay. So it looks like Psigarde did the 4-item dip into Thieves Town and not the full clear.
Well, maybe he's waiting for the hammer. I mean, best to full clear it right away once you can.
All right, so Psigarde is going to dig 9 times and pull up a heart. See if they decide to pick it up.
And they do, so they have a little extra health. Yeah, and chat's, yeah, Falco, lamp cannot be in Hera because you need the lamp to get to Hera.
Yeah, so we need to find that lamp. However, it's entirely possible that our runners may not need the lamp and may just consider that a broken sequence.
That's true. They may not ever consider getting it because, like you said, they could do dark rooms, as we've clearly seen.
And they have the fire rod as their fire source to light torches, so the lamp may not be required one bit.
At least not for these runners. The logic may require it, but not the runners.
Back in V18, which is what the last tournament was ran in, you would actually see quite a few lampless seeds. It's much rarer now since there are no free lamps, free dark rooms in the light world.
Gaikotsu, I understand completely, dude. I've actually just ran my first rando seed earlier this week, so I feel you, man.
Wow, that's weird. My co-commentator has played fewer randos than I have. That's like the first time that's ever happened.
Well, when you watch these races long enough, you learn quite a bit just by watching the pros do it. So that's why I can jump right into this. So Mike DeV making the play on Tower Hera, picked up his flute. We'll probably activate that after he's done. Ooh, early big key. That's always nice to find.
Yep. Means we may not have coffee break time. We'll see.
I don't know. It depends on what items we find. I've seen it happen.
Coffee break time is a possibility, but there's the bug net.
Bug net. That's good. So
if you aren't hyped for the bug net, what's wrong with you?
No, trust me, that's not my hype voice. Many of the chat know my hype voice.
I know. So like, I get very hyped for certain safety items. The bug net is one of them. The powder. Oh man. If we see the powder, that's gonna feel good. I don't have a problem.
All right, Mike DeV gonna set up a bomb jump here for the big chest. Let's see what it carries.
A fairly risky one, but if you know what you're doing, it's all right.
Yep. So we've got the map. We've got the small key, which means Troll Dorm has a 50-50 shot of having the last item.
The other day I saw a very interesting strat for that bomb jump. It involved 2 bombs. One to put you in position and one to knock you across. It was very neat.
Yep. Mike DeV starting his fight with Troll Dorm. Yes, we know his name is called Moldorm. We call him Troll Dorm for a reason. If you play this game, you know what it is. But very nice fight from Mike DeV. What is he going to drop? Temper!
Oh! Sword upgrade number 3. And that yeah, there it is. I knew it was Yagamoth. He did the 2 bomb strat. It's been posted in chat, so if anybody wants to see that.
Thank you to our buddy Herfy Durfy. Always an awesome dude. So Mike DeV will not have to go to the basement. That is probably a relief on his shoulders because nobody likes doing the basement.
Yep. Unless you need to get up and go to the bathroom or something real quick. You got to be real quick.
Yeah. So Mike DeV most likely heading back to Kakariko to activate his flute. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. It is time to prepare. I want you to stand up and prepare yourselves for the Link to the Past national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, get your swag ducks in chat. And I believe Alvi has something prepared for us on this one.
I am the duck of swag. I cause a little lag, but you've got this in the bag, 'cause you set me free. And if you should forget all the things you have left, well then here's your best bet. Just flute to 3.
Thank you, Alvi. And the goose is loose.
Wow. I need to record that again with a slightly higher pitch. That way it's in line with the other one.
Mike DeV now turning in his mushroom. Let's see what he gets for that. Let's see what the trade-off is.
The goose is loose.
Oh,
I don't think this is the right game.
Nice idea. Wrong game there, B Quark.
Though we have started calling the floating island on Death Mountain Skyloft.
Oh, nice. Mike DeV now heading to Meyer. Probably going to check the pendant there, or medallion there, I should say, and then check the shack. And Checkerboard Cave, maybe even check Agana.
Right, so
we got Bombos.
It's Bombos. The Bombos medallion required.
Yeah, we have not found the swirly coin, so we'll be waiting for that till later. But he's going to check the Myers Shack, Checkerboard Cave, and probably Agana as well. Got a piece of heart, 2 pieces of heart there for the Meyer Cave. A lot of love in the Meyer Cave tonight.
Yep. Some amount of Meyer. Some amount of love. Alright, so Mike the V heading up to the ledge.
Blue mail.
Blue mail, and Mike is
passing
like,
it up. What are you doing, Mike? Why would you turn down a mail upgrade? That's so easy.
You gotta save those 5 seconds.
He must be pretty confident. Wow, passing up blue mail.
Mike the V is very good at this game.
Oh, I don't argue that at all, but still. And we are boots locked in desert.
Boots required. All right, but at least we will be able to see what's on the right-hand side here, which
That's
could
true.
be both of the items for all we know.
That's very possible.
Which means that the only thing you will need is a trip back here. Could also be both the map and the compass, which would be Troll.
And what did he just find? You jinxed it! You jinxed it, Bob!
I mean, I gave you both extreme possibilities, and we
There's
didn't
at least
get
one
either.
of the items. So you got the 5-error upgrade, so you got one of the items. Psigarde is going to pick up the blue mail.
Man, how are you supposed to tell which mail you have as the invisible sprite?
I have no idea. I don't think you can. You just have to kind of hope that you remember to track it.
Yeah. It's like most of the other sprites have some sort of indicator.
Heart container in the checkerboard cave. Again, Mike Levine not picking it up, but he is going to check Agata. Let's see if my guess was right. Is the lamp in Agata's cave?
If the lamp is here, we are going to hold your witch tribunal here in a week. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see.
I'll set it up with the magistrate.
Nope.
Okay.
No witch burning today. Full heart container.
You're safe.
I get to live.
For now. Boom, boom, boom.
So that begs the question, where is the lamp? What haven't we checked yet?
Well, there are plenty of places available. The lamp could be in Ice Palace proper.
Yep. Also, to answer Biohybrid in the chat, they use a glitch that's only in the Japanese 1.0 version of the game. If you use your mirror while you're pushing a block, the block will disappear. You can also use your hook shot to hook shot past it, or the fire rod to shoot torches on the other side of it. You'll see a lot of runners do that here in the randomizer.
The blocks have no collision while they are moving, because they are technically background objects at that point.
So Mike the V making the play on Thieves Town, picks up his bottle. How far will he go in this? Will he go all the way through and get his green pendant, or will he do what Psigarde did and nope out of here once he gets to the 4 chests?
I feel like since Mike the V is so far along, he may continue. Like, Psigarde dropped in to check 4, but he had so many other things to check. Mike has exhausted many more options.
It's very true, and chat points out potential lamp could be at Sahasala, so we'll see how that plays out. He's got the big key, which we know it has to be in the first 4 chests. Let's see, the 10 arrows. Yeah, I think we saw most of this earlier. I'm just going over everything just to be safe.
So 2 of the 4 items within Thieves Town have been found. That means there are 2 more, and so with that knowledge of having 2 more items in the back, Mike the V will make the play to head backwards.
Yep, he's going further. And also, to answer another question in the chat, yeah, the certain glitches are allowed. Minor glitches that don't put you out of bounds, don't affect overworld travel too heavily, those are considered minor glitches and are allowed, such as, you know, the mirror trick, fake flippers and stuff like that. Anything that puts you out of bounds and puts you in places you definitely should not be are not allowed. They are considered major glitches. You definitely do not want to do those. We actually, I mean, not to name names here, but we did actually have one instance where someone accidentally, not realizing it, did an out of bounds glitch and got disqualified as a result. So you do need to be careful about doing that. But there is guides in our community to let you know what glitches are considered minor and major. So if you're going to get involved in doing randomizer racers, I would highly recommend you find those guides and study them so that you know what you're doing.
So the official rules as far as that goes, as far as what constitutes a major or minor glitch, a major glitch is anything that would let you go out of bounds or through walls in a direction you're not allowed to. But some people will be like, well, why can you do the hammer jump then? Because you go through a wall. Well, the thing is, that wall is only programmed one direction. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tricky, but yeah, most of our runners know the difference. They know the minor glitches rarely make a big difference. Honestly, like I said earlier, those kind of sequence breaks don't pay off as much as they used to, so it's not worth it. Kana Burna from the Maiden's Chest.
Yep, Brian, if you're watching, we found your cane.
But, so now Blind has a 50-50 chance of dropping the last item, because I believe we saw the map upstairs.
Yep, so it's either on Blind or in that big chest, which is hammer-locked.
I'm sure Mike the V is really hoping Blind has it. Thankfully, Mike the V does have the Tempered Sword, which doesn't really do much damage-wise because it's guaranteed 9 hits on Blind, but has a little extra range, so it makes it a little easier to hit. And Mike the V with a perfect Blind kill. Half magic!
Nice. Half magic acquired, and that means that the Thieves Town big chest just has a compass in it, and they're going to peace out.
Yep, and he's got the green pendant, which means he could go check Sir Hasala to see what he has. So that's a really good move there. That works out perfectly for him.
So Psigarde actually has made his way into the eastern side of the Dark World, because I made a mistake a little earlier saying they didn't have access. They do. They can get in the water.
Yeah, they have the flippers, so they can access it. So he's going to make the play on Pod, it looks like. Which, again, they can't clear because they don't have the hammer or the bow. But there is at least a couple. If they find a key early on, there's quite a few items they can get.
Yep. You're pretty much guaranteed to find a lot of keys early on in Pod. This is why some of us have taken to calling it the Mullet Mansion.
Yep. Business in the front, party in the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is a risky gamble by Psigarde, though, because again, if he doesn't find that key in that first chest, the rest of the dungeon is bow locked. So he has to hope he finds that key early on.
What if it's the lamp in the first chest?
Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, he got his key though, so he can go a little further in. That's gonna feel good. Mike the V now heading over to Catfish. I don't know if we saw that already. I don't think we did.
Yeah, so Catfish is a viable option. Nobody really likes to go there, but you don't want to forget it.
The minute you do, it's going to be the one place you need to find something. Only 20 bucks though, so it does not pay off this time. But he does pick it up because he needs to make sure he has at least 110 rupees to get in the pod. You have to pay off everyone's favorite extortionist Monkey Kiki. So you want to make sure you have the money for that. Another small key there in the upper chest.
Have we seen what the stun drop is yet?
I don't think we have.
That might end up being relevant. Ah, 10 arrows for stun drop. Okay, not relevant.
Not necessary. Mike the V gonna check the pyramid. I believe there's only $50 up there, but he might pick that up because, again, he needs that money.
That is true. Alright, so Psigarde heading into the back section of Palace of Darkness without the lamp, which is less fun, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, the dark maze is probably one of the worst dark rooms you can deal with because it's hard to see anything in there, and you can a lot of trouble spots. This dark room downstairs, though, is a little easier because you only have to watch out for the anti-fairies, and there's still 2 good chests down there. Mike the V gonna head back. I think, oh, is he making the play on Ice Palace?
Is it Ice Palace time?
I think it is.
I think it's Ice Palace time. Psigarde picks up a key, and Mike the V is heading for Ice Palace. Yeah, so the bomb jumps with the invisible Link sprite. You can use the shadow as a cue. So the King Zora icon is there for if you've checked Zora or not, but it hasn't been checked.
Yes, it has. Both of runners have checked it.
I know, but the icon hasn't been checked is what I was saying.
Ah. It's one of those things that some trackers forget, they don't bother to check off, but nice to do.
Sorry, now I feel like I called out the tracker and I wasn't intending to do that.
It's alright, dude. Hammer!
Oh!
It's hammer time!
And Mike the V is gonna peace out immediately. He's like, nope.
I got what I needed. I'm gonna get her out of here. I don't want to deal with this. So hammer in Ice Palace, which means he technically could full clear it if he wanted to.
Yep.
But he is opting not to do that. He's gonna head up to Death Mountain now. He's gonna probably check East Side Death Mountains. At least 7 potential items on that side. As the chat rightly points out, yeah, they do need the hooks. They may need the hook shot to complete Ice Palace. Psigarde now, he's gonna head into Ice Palace. It looks like he's gonna get his.
Be happy about that.
Oh yeah.
I like how after jumping in the water and heading in, it's just a straight diagonal to that that ledge to get into Ice Palace.
All right, so let's actually I forgot there's 8 potential items because there's 7 in the Paradox Cave and another one in Spiral Cave. $20 on the on Skyloft, as you called it earlier.
Yeah, and in addition, they can also check the Dark World.
That's true. They could check the Dark World Death Mountain. There's more items there. Mike the V now taking the walk of shame through the Spiral Cave because he does not have the boots.
Only 2 items they can actually check at the moment. The Super Bunny Cave. The Hookshot Cave is completely off limits.
They can check the first chest because... Oh, no, they can't because they don't have the boots. No boots. 300 rupees there.
They could, in theory, check the Spike Cave.
That's true. They have the cape and the cane.
And the hammer. Don't forget to have the hammer.
They have the hammer and they have the invincibility, so that is in the logic right now.
Also gloves. Don't forget gloves.
Yeah. Simply put, they have what they need. Let's just keep it at that. They have what they need. Though actually, think about it, it's still technically a sequence break because they still have not found the lamp, which they needed to get the flute in the first place. So, yeah, they're still sequence breaking this area. Some Mountain Dew in there in one of the chests.
Mm-hmm. And so Psigarde's going to actually clear out Ice Palace.
Bit of a risky play there, but it could pay off. You never know.
If it turns out to have, like, the hook shot in it or something else important, this is going to be a huge deal for Psigarde.
Indeed it will. There's our blue mail, so we know where both mail upgrades are now.
So 7 chests in this cave and a whole lot of not much. Except, you know, adding a bottle to the counter. That's about it.
Bottle and blue mail. So, question is Will and Psigarde will get red mail by the time he checks this area.
So Mike the V will probably be heading to Turtle Rock entrance. Gonna check what that medallion is and also use it to get into the Dark World.
And if it's Quake, he'll probably open up Turtle Rock to get that out of the way, save him some time.
Yep.
And it is Quake!
Quack
He's gonna
time.
open that up.
Quack.
Quack, quack, quack. Ladies and gentlemen, can I call it or can I call it?
I mean, it is the vanilla medallion. What were you expecting?
Oh, Psigarde finding the big red cane in Ice Palace.
Ho! Ho! Ho!
By
not gonna
God,
do it.
it's Kane.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe if you examine the situation and read the fine print, you'll find that it is in fact required to be Kane.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's my less egregious ripoff.
Oh, and thank you to Lady Celestia Celestial X for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much.
Indeed. The Speed Gaming channel here can use all the support that we could take.
Yeah, did you see the sub train we had going on last night?
I did.
That was fun. Trying to keep up with that. There is a clip of that if anyone wants to see how crazy that. Oh, there's the lamp!
What?
Lamp in Ice Palace!
Guys, you know that thing about Pendant Ice Palace?
Oh, Mike
Yeah.
Mike the V made a big mistake not going through the rest of Ice Palace. Missed the lamp.
Wow.
Chat saying I should ask Fiesel for a cut of the sub money. No. I would dare not do that. No, that money needs to go to make these tournaments even more awesome. No, that money needs to go where it belongs. But I appreciate the sentiment. If anything, you can just give me a sub over on my channel. That'll make me feel better. But I don't have sub ability yet because I'm still kind of rather unknown on outside of this. And
I know what you mean.
Shadow Gerbil as well with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, Shadow Gerbil.
Very nice. Alright, so Mike the V will now be making the play on Swamp Palace without the hook shot.
It is a gamble, without a doubt. So we'll see if that pays off for him here.
Yeah.
Psigarde now heading also to Eastern Death Mountain. He's going to be picking up his red mail and his bottle of green goo here shortly.
Important question. If you're Psigarde and you go to open Turtle Rock, do you go inside?
Ooh, he's got the red cane. He could... Actually, yeah, he's got what he needs. He could full clear it.
Yeah, he's got the ice rod. Where was the ice rod?
Yeah, where was the ice rod? I missed that. Was that in Ice Palace too? Crap.
There's only 3 items in Ice Palace. That doesn't work.
Yeah. Ajax 11 and Drunez also.
Pod?
Thank you for the Twitch Primes.
Yeah, it was in Pod. That's right.
Oh, it was in Pod. I missed that earlier.
I think it was in one of the dark rooms.
Yeah, that must have been what he got in the other. I didn't see the other chest in Pod, so that must have been what he got. Still, very awesome to find that. And so that means he can full clear Turtle Rock, get that out of the way. And is that the play he's going to make? Yes, it is. He is going into Turtle Rock.
That's interesting. He's going into Turtle Rock having not looked at the Paradox Cave.
Yeah, and since he did not clear Thieves Town, he does not have half magic, so he's taking a big risk here.
Yeah, it's not the biggest risk in the world, but certainly not the best thing you want to see. All right, so
Boom!
oh, oh,
Got the D!
oh, we have our ranged weaponry for days over here, and Psigarde just making all the plays.
Indeed, he's been taking some risk, but boy, has it been paying off for him.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Psigarde, but you know, in terms of the execution that was going on, I believe mikethev was pretty solidly superior at it. But with the calls and the gambles that Psigarde is making, that's going to make a huge difference. Catch him right up.
Well, let's see if Swamp Palace pays off for Mike here, while Psigarde heading into the roller room.
And to be fair, most of the plays he made weren't really gambles. Like, he went into Ice Palace and he's like, well, I found the hammer, might as well finish it.
Yep. Psigarde finding the big key in the roller room, going to mirror out there. And mikethev, we'll see. I think he might be heading to the left side of Swamp. But yeah, with the bow now, Psigarde can full clear both Eastern and Pod. He probably won't do Eastern because it's only a pendant, but he definitely will finish up Pod now that he can.
Boots are definitely required.
Yes. Right now, we are to get go mode. We need the hook shot. We need the boots. We need the Bombos medallion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Korak, you're not wrong. I saw boots in Turtle Rock last night, so it's possible.
Yeah, on the laser bridge, in fact.
Oh, and they had a double dip too. That was funny. Oh, what did I just miss? I just saw something over there on mikethev side.
It was making money sounds.
Ah, big 20. Gotcha.
All right, so mikethev making the last chest in the Swamp Palace area. If this is the hook shot, it's going to be great.
Let's find out. It is validation
Not
error.
Even close.
Well, at least his run is validated. There's that.
Yeah, I guess they have similar shapes. They're both long and have a point on the end.
But he didn't find what he was looking for, so he nips on out of there. 20 bucks from the Mimic Cave. Now he's going to make the play on Pod. He's going to pick up his Ice Rod here soon. But Psigarde definitely making all the right calls here, finding all of the items. So he's got the advantage right now. Let's see if that continues.
Huh, so Psigarde actually skipped the vanilla big key chest and now is going back to get it.
Yeah, you can't forget that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't, love this routing, but it's not the worst. Like, if you figured Mimic Cave had a better chance of having something. There's that third bottle from Sazrala.
Ah.
With a B.
And there's the hook shot!
What?
Turtle Rock loaded tonight. Loaded today. Wow.
Oh. So this is huge.
Again, Psigarde on the right path right now. Finding the bow and the hook shot in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, so the Cane of Samaria was not technically locked by the hook shot. because you can follow the vanilla path for Ice Palace all the way down, come up, and it was in hashtag that one chest that you can access without the hookshot at that point. But the lamp was blocked by hookshot. So the logic says go to Ice Palace, get the cane, go to Turtle Rock, get the hookshot, go back to Ice Palace, get the lamp, and then you can go through the dark room.
That is crazy. So Psigarde now got to head down. He's going to have to check the laser bridge because he needs a key if he wants to finish this up. So let's see what we see here. And he's going to take the safety because he's low on health. So he's going to exit out through this back exit so that if he dies, or more likely when he dies, he will start there and not lose too much time. Oof. And sure enough, takes a death from the lasers.
Yep. So the lasers, for those of you who don't know, the lasers have this little ability there in that you can get past them. The only part of the laser that hurts is the very front end.
There's the key. He'll probably check the other ones too because he's right there. And piece of heart. And in the last chest we find a single rupee.
All right.
And takes a death there. I think that was a forced death so that he can get his health back. And he'll probably just run straight across the laser bridge to get back on track.
All right, so Psigarde heading over to Trinex.
This is going to be a tricky fight for him because he's, even though he's got he's got full magic, he's going to need all of it because without half magic, he's got to be very careful. He's got tempered sword, so it won't be too bad for him. He shouldn't have too much trouble.
Right. So the idea with tempered sword is you need to hit each head 5 times. Though the ice head will actually take some damage from the fire rod, so usually that ends up being 4 times.
Gets a good hit on there. Pretty much getting a 0 cycle on that.
It's technically 1 cycle because he did shoot the head out, but there you go. There was the ice rod. It was in the bottom of the dark maze.
That's what I thought. And very quick kill there on Trinex.
Yeah.
The thing with Trinex is if you hit him early, once he first comes out, there's a few seconds where his whole body can be damaged until the center of the 3 big parts of his body lights up. Once that happens, that's the only part you can hit. So if you can hit him fast enough, you can kill him before that takes place, and that's what Psigarde just did. Nicely done. Gets his crystal from Total Rock. Very good job, Psigarde. He is well on his way. He's got the lead at this point.
All right.
Now that he's got the hookshot, he's going to check the hookshot cave.
Seems entirely legit.
Right
and
there,
Mike
might as well knock it out.
Is finally heading back into Ice Palace.
He's going to be kicking himself when he finds the lamp and the cane in there. But
just a bunch of money and junk in the hookshot cave.
Pretty much. Not surprising. They've already found quite a few items, so he's going to check the rest. He's going to check Super Bunny Cave. Believe there wasn't anything in there, but if he goes back to Paradox Cave, he'll definitely be finding some good stuff. We'll find that second bottle and the red nail, which he will be very happy to find.
We do need boots and bombos for go mode. And it is entirely possible that one of those could be on the pedestal.
That is a scary thought in these runners' minds, I'm sure. Because especially right now, Mike the V does have 1 pendant, but he still would have to complete both Eastern Palace and Ice Palace to do so. So we'll see.
So the downside for Psigarde, if it's a pedestal seed, is that will mean more double dips. Because Psigarde did find every item in Ice Palace, but didn't finish it out.
Yeah, also to answer a question in the chat, what is go mode? Go mode is when you have every item you absolutely need to complete the game, so you don't have to go check every chest anymore. You can just go right on through, hence the term go mode.
All right. So Mike the V is going through my least favorite room in the entire Ice Palace without the boots.
Absolutely. But he'll be picking up his cane and lamp soon enough. He'll be happy to find that. And Psigarde now checking Paradox Cave, going to get his bottle and mail right pretty soon.
I've seen many valid ways to do that bomb jump that Mike the V just did. A lot of people just wing that one. Alright, so Mike the V is going to pick up his cane. And Mike the V, considering piecing out again, and deciding against it, he's like, I'm not going to let this bite me again.
Don't quite blame him. And we know that's actually the smart move to make, considering what we saw later on. He's going to do the bomb jump here in the hookshot room so that he can get what will be his lamp.
Yeah, now, I believe that he has no problem doing lampless anything. But, why would you want to?
Yeah. Also, shout out to my buddy Hiei408 with a $4.99 sub, 6-month sub. Hiei, love you, buddy. Woohoo! How you feeling after last night, man?
Alright, so Psigarde now with the hookshot will be making the play on Swamp Palace and will be able to clear it out.
Indeed. That's going to pay off for him, at least in some respect, having that crystal. Again, he's definitely got the lead at this point.
And now Mike the V has the lamp, and he's going to piece out of Ice Palace.
Can't blame him there. Also, for those who are wondering what I'm referring to, last night we had an insane run. After this race, I would encourage you guys to check the VOD for last night. Me and he commentated an amazing race that was just full of hype. You have to check it out. It was such a blast. Definitely check it out.
It was pretty good.
It was. But this race has certainly not been bad.
Though you may also want to check out the amazing smorgasbord of additional randomizer races that we have happening today.
Yep, we've got races going all day long. We've got 4 channels of Speed Gaming, 4 channels of Randomizer Mania. All of them have races, both in the main tournament on Speed Gaming and Randomizer Mania having the secondary tournament. You know, and all of them having a fantastic amount of runners with some amazing skills. Definitely don't miss out. You know, even if the secondary tournament isn't the best of the best, they are really good, and they all make me look bad. So that should tell you something.
Yeah, some of the best runners in the game are actually in the secondary tournament because they either didn't have time to run the qualifiers or just didn't have time to do the tournament in general.
Exactly. So definitely do not disqualify the secondary tournament. Don't think it's a bad tournament at all. It is not. I started calling the secondary tournament, and there were some amazing races there as well. So definitely don't discount it.
I know this because one of the best races in the game was in my group and slaughtered us all.
Also, to answer some questions about the race last night, it was on this channel, so you'll be able to pull it up on this video. And if I remember correctly, let me double check the list here. It was Chex Human versus Lugaroo was the race that I calmed last night. So that's the race you want to see if you want to see some hype. Rest assured, if you guys think I was hyped, I'm hyped this morning. You should have heard me last night. I was all the hype. Though he definitely helped keep that hype going. Don't get me wrong.
All right, so Psigarde will be heading to the left-hand side of Swamp Palace. Will be correctly not burying the key, whereas Mike the V is making the play on Turtle Rock and will be getting his hook shot here in a bit.
And he's probably going to be going, what the heck, man? Why do you got to get this to me now?
Yeah, having to do the fire rod room there without the hook shot is kind of lame. Because actually everybody, when they don't have the hook shot, still goes up instead of down. Whereas it's a little faster to go down if you don't have the hook shot. And so you always forget which way you need to go.
Indeed, I've gotten lost in plenty of these dungeons trying to do this myself. So definitely these runners know what they're doing, so it won't be too much issue for them. There's the bow for Mike the V.
Mike the V picking up that projectile weapon.
Now, we did not see this part of Swamp Palace, as I recall.
Yeah, so Totem-tastic, we did check Sahasrara. It was not Vanilla Boots. It was a B.
Yeah, it was B in a bottle, so that was a bust there. Piece of heart there, so we got a couple more chests to check.
Ooh!
Oh, Mike the V taking a death on Turtle Rock. That's gotta hurt.
Chain chomps. Nobody likes the chain chomps. Why are they even in here?
Don't know. There's the map. So I think they found the compass as well. So I think Argus may have the last item. Either that or it has the big key and the chest has the last item. Because this is one of those dungeons where you do not need the big key to complete it. So it's possible Argus can have it.
Yep.
And yeah, the chain chomps definitely is one of the most painful enemies. Mike the V probably regretting not picking up that that other male earlier back in Desert Palace.
Yep. Elmagus, ouch.
Oh, always appreciate a
love it.
fellow pun master.
For those of you who are watching the VOD later, it was Elmagus said you could say that Sahasrara was a buzzed.
So Psigarde with a very good, good fight against Argus there. Didn't find much, but yeah.
Ice rod strats. Nice.
Mike the V picking up his hook shot there from that one chest.
All right, so Psigarde is going back into Swamp. Gonna check that big chest, I'm thinking.
He's got everything else. There's still, he's got all the other items, all the dungeon items. So there could be something in that big chest. Let's see if that pays off for him.
So there are 2 dungeons where the big key can drop from the boss. There's Swamp Palace and there's Skull Woods.
Yeah, but we know Skull Woods won't have anything of importance because we've already got both the items out of it.
Correct.
So let's see what this has, and it's $50.
Ah, interesting. So it looks like Psigarde started to do the left side and then didn't.
Yep, so he's going to go back and finish that because there still could be one more item in there that he wants to check. Don't want to miss out on anything yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know it's not going to pay off. Mike has done these 2.
That is correct. Mike the V now in Laser Bridge. He's going to set up the safety. Oh, no, he's doing Mimic Cave. My bad.
You know what the other great thing about doing Swamp Palace right now is?
What's that?
Do you notice a couple of crystals on our tracker, how they're both red?
Oh, that's true. Yes. The double-chested fairy in the pyramid is now accessible. Could that have something?
It's entirely possible.
this rate, it is a very high option.
Zygarde picks up his validation arrow and throws a frustration slash while mirroring out.
Yeah, and I think Psigarde is going to make that play. He is going to go get his big bomb and check that fairy.
Mm-hmm. So there are a couple of sequence breaks that make this good, actually, because if you didn't sequence break to get the lamp or the bow, then you could not have or if you didn't sequence break into both pod and ice, you wouldn't be able to clear Turtle Rock the first time you go up there.
Mike DeVio there actually almost ran out of bombs there in Total Rock, and you need at least a few. But let's see what Psigarde finds in the big fairy chests. We've got 2 items here. What do we find? And it is 5-arrow upgrade and Bombos!
The chest, the big double, the blah 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 blah. The fairy, the thing that has the thing with the fairy thing.
What's the matter there, Bob? Can't brain today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And needless to say, Psigarde going to immediately take advantage of that, heading right to Mire.
And we are heading into Misery Mire. Psigarde will be hoping to find the boots here.
Mike needs to be a little extra careful. He's down to 1 health right now. Oh! Trying to get to the skull and takes a death.
Now, a male upgrade would not have reduced that particular amount of damage, but it may have reduced earlier damage in the dungeon.
Yep, that's what happened. I'm telling Mike, you should have picked up that red mail. That would have helped. Mike,
if he'd have picked up that heart at the digging game.
Yeah, Mike the V had made several mistakes that are coming back to haunt him right now.
Well, I wouldn't call them mistakes, just he got
overconfident.
Safe plays.
Yeah, he got overconfident in his skills, and it's now coming back to bite him.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also overconfident in his skills, so I'm very surprised by all of these deaths here.
All right, Mike, if you're smart, you're gonna use the safety. Oh no, he's got the Cane of Burna, so he's gonna use his half magic to make that a little easier for him. Ooh. And did he get a fairy? Or did he use a potion? Because he's got full health now. Oh, he picked up a piece of heart and it loaded. Okay, I see what happened. He got a piece of heart and that was 4, so it refilled his health. That probably was what he needed right there. So let's see what we find in Maya here. So far, not much.
I was like, ooh, Psigarde's using the cape to get over the spikes. No, he's not. He's just playing the invisible sprite.
That's the one thing about this particular sprite. You can't always tell when you're using stuff like that. Well, actually, the shield would disappear with the cape too. So
yeah,
that's how you know.
I should notice these things.
So Mike the V gonna head into Trinex. He's got half magic, so he's in much better shape to take this fight. There's the big key.
All right, so the big key acquired. But Psigarde still needs to go find that second item. He's found one. There was a red rupee on the sort of bridge chest area.
Yeah, and he's opting not to go up at the tile room, so he's going to go straight to vanilla big key. Oh no, he was getting some magic because
he's getting
low.
magic.
My bad. That's where not having that half magic comes into play, because that fire rod, look at it, 4 shots took half his magic. There's the compass.
Now where's he headed? Is he going to go to the big key or the big chest?
He might. He's not going to vanilla big key. Which is actually, considering it was right there. I mean, I know it's a pain in the butt to get to, but I think that would have been the smarter play.
I think he's, again, trying to conserve that magic.
I can understand that to some extent. Well, let's see if this was the right call after all. He's going to check the big chest, and what does he find? Powder! Never mind. He made the right call.
And
So
we are out of
head
here.
off. He's going to head over and make his way over to Vitreous.
Oh, I love me some powder. Powder's so good. Though, the sad thing is you had to have beaten Turtle Rock to get the powder here. Which, powder I find is at its best in Turtle Rock.
Especially with that one room with 4 anti-fairies that you can use the powder on.
Yeah, I should go visit my anti-fairy sometime. It's been a while.
Yeah, also, we should give a shout out again to our tracker, Blast Egg, and our restreamer, Alvi. Alvi normally restreams on the secondary channels, but, Feasel's probably resting right now. So he's helping making sure we can have this early morning stream.
Fiesel is going through one of his rare rejuvenation cycles. I hear it only happens once a month.
But rest assured, folks, like I've said before, I've worked with Alvi. Alvi's a great restreamer, so rest assured this will be a good show. So Mike the V going to return to pod, going to finish that up while Psigarde takes on Vitreous with those silver arrows. No trouble whatsoever. 2 silver arrows, and it's down.
Boom. Picking up that small key, which is entirely unnecessary at this point, and moving on. So that is 3 crystals.
Yep, so we're down to Desert Palace, Pod, and Swamp. Wait, actually, no, wait. Skull Woods, my bad. Skull Woods, not Swamp. He did finish Swamp already. It's Mike that hasn't done that.
SW is the start of Swamp, but it stands for Skull Woods, and it's confusing, and it happens all the time. Yeah, so I'm thinking, Pod is the play. You go to the right side of Pod where the bow generally locks it. See what's over there.
Yeah, and that's where Mike
find
is
the
going.
boots. You're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
If you don't find the boots, go clear Eastern and Ice and Thieves Town.
Yeah, pretty much. If we don't find it in Pod, because we've checked everywhere else, if it's not in Pod, we may have a pedestal run.
Entirely possible. Let's find the book in Pod.
Ether there in Pod, and there's a key. So, do we find all the dungeon items yet? No, we have not. So it's not at this point. It's not likely to be in Skull Woods, ladies and gentlemen. We may very well have pedestal hype.
Hold on, I'm sitting here thinking. Yes.
Bat Cave.
That's the one place we haven't checked is Magic Bat.
Yeah. It's down to Magic Bat and Pedestal for the boots.
Yeah, in all actuality.
And then, of course, there's always the potential the book could be in one of those items, and it could be on Ether or Bombos tablets, because we have not been able to check those.
Now, are we absolutely certain that we found all 3 items in Eastern?
I'm pretty sure we have, yes.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was just making sure. Oh, this is pretty big deal. Psigarde about to bust out the hammer. So Psigarde just behind Mike the V as far as this goes, but remember Psigarde has cleared Swamp Palace and Misery Mire.
Yeah, so the lead definitely going to Psigarde. And remember, Mike the V has to clear Swamp Palace in order to get the Bombos Medallion, the Bombos Medallion to get to Misery Mire. So it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a little while before he catches up. Psigarde with a very clear advantage.
Yep. And then of course in Misery Mire is that powder, and if the powder leads to the boots, wow. Everybody starts spamming what are those to scare the tracker. Stop it.
Behave, children. Oh, now they're doing even more.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have
Actually,
called it
now
out there, Bob. Should have just let it go.
Actually, I thought about this, and when I said that the lamp was locked in ice, I was wrong, because there was a key. That they can
Fair point. Fair point. Still. So Psigarde taking on the Helmassar King. Opting to use sword strats, even though, it's quick, but he had the silver arrows. He could have one-shotted it, but nonetheless, he takes out Helmassar with little trouble.
Yeah. The difference in that is having to go to the menu and change the bow, which
That's true.
Might be a little slower.
So he picks up his crystal, and unfortunately, my coffee's catching up with me. I will be back in just a moment. Bob, hold on to the fort for me.
All right. So, we got Mike the V heading back into Swamp Palace, going to do that. And Psigarde needs to figure out where he's going. We also have not seen, I don't think, the Peg Cave. So, we're going to see a couple of different checks here.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. I think I thought of another place we haven't checked. I don't think either player has checked the Peg Cave.
That's true. Peg Cave could have it, yeah.
And, they're both by the Magic Bat, so there you go.
True. Psigarde now also going to check the Frogsmith, which he hasn't done yet, so he's going to knock that out all at once.
Bringing Jeremiah back home.
Oh, we know Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Yeah, he was. And then he's going to be a beardman.
And of course, having to use the slow peg strats because they don't have the boots, which always is pain. It's always painful to watch.
But unfortunately, boots would mean go mode, so there you go.
Indeed. What do we find in the Peg Cave? Just $20.
I mean, it's red, but it's the wrong thing.
Chat really praying for some pedestal hype here. If the bat does not have it, then it is ped hype.
I mean, unless I'm missing something.
I can't think of what else they could check.
That's a Spike Cave.
No, I think we've already checked Spike Cave, haven't we? I think Mike the V already checked. I know one of them, I think, already checked it.
Maybe. Pedestal hype index is pretty high. It's about a 6.
Yep. It's down to the bat. Bat, what do you got for us, man? And it is
boots.
That's boots. What are those? The pedestal hype is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Psigarde has officially reached go mode.
Haha. Ding dong, the pedestal's dead.
And the chat is sad.
But that means we have Skullwoods, Desert Palace, and we are ready to go. And there's the go mode button.
Like I said, yeah, that's one of Albie's little tricks. He likes to add that thing in there for everybody to let you know exactly what's going on. But yeah, we're off to Skull Woods and then Eastern Palace, and then it's time to head to the tower. Oh, folks, I feel bad. I wanted to see some pet hype myself, so I'm just as sad as you are.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like Psigarde has a pretty sizable lead here.
Without a doubt, this is definitely Psigarde's victory at this point. It would take a miracle for Mike the V to catch this up.
If something goes horribly wrong, then that could happen, but otherwise, yeah.
Yes, Drake Tempest, he has not finished Thieves Town, but he doesn't need to now, and I guarantee you he's not going to now. There's no reason for him to go there. He will not be getting his half magic. So he will be slightly off with that, but at this point, having half magic isn't really a big deal. He's got everything he needs to finish this up. So that, if anything, I think going to Thieves Town is actually what cost Mike.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this chain for a bit here, okay? So in order to get those boots, you needed the powder, which was in Misery Mire. In order to get into Misery Mire, you needed the Bombos, which was at Fat Fairy, which means you needed to beat both Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock. Now, Turtle Rock had the hook shot in it, so you had to go there first, basically. And you also needed the lamp in Turtle Rock. Now, the lamp was in Ice Palace, along with the Cane of Samaria and the hammer. But you also needed the lamp just to get onto Death Mountain by the logic, because the flute was up there.
That's true. This was a very trolly logic. You know, they had to do a little bit of sequence breaking to bypass some of that, but it was still very trolly overall.
Yeah.
And
sequence breaking was actually a hugely important thing for this seed to go any amount of expediency.
Indeed. Also, I want to comment on what Vitor mentions in the chat. Yeah, I would agree. A combination of doing Thieves Town and not finishing Ice Palace the first time, that's what hurt. Those two things are what cost Mike the V the match at this point, because that was what hurt him more than anything else.
The flippers were in Hype Cave.
Oh yeah, and also chat also saying, yeah, Mike the V dying several times, especially in Turtle Rock, that cost him a lot of time.
Yeah, I think the 5 seconds he saved by not picking up the blue mail may have, or not picking up the mail upgrade, may have bit him in the end.
So like I said before, that and also the heart container, those combination of items probably would have bought him a little time. I don't think it would have been enough to save him in this race, but it would have helped.
Fire Rod was in the bombable hut in Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, and don't... I see a lot of people calling out Mike the V on this one. He doesn't deserve any hate, guys. He did a fantastic job. It's just luck was just not on his side this race. But I can tell you from experience, Mike the V is an incredible runner and has usually dominated these races. Just this time, it did not work out for him.
And I mean, to be honest, you go into Ice Palace, you see the hammer. How many of you are actually going on to finish it? Right?
Yeah.
You know, some of us would and some of us wouldn't, and you know, I could see justification for either play.
Yeah, let's bear in mind, as Vitor points out, like, there's no need for hate here. I mean, he's still going to finish at a pretty reasonable rate here, certainly faster than I would ever do. So,
well, do you know what time it is?
Oh,
I
folks,
think it's G-Tower time.
It is G-Tower time. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a tradition for those who are new here. There are 22 item locations inside of Ganon's Tower. Let us know where you think the big key is going to be hiding. Dr. Bobtastic, where do you think it's going to be?
Well, there's only one place for me, because you know what my name is, right? So because of my name, I am contractually obligated to pick Bob's chest every time.
Can't blame you there. Can't blame you there. I'm going to say Rando Room bottom left chest.
Interesting. All right, so Psigarde opening Ganon's Tower. By the way, the Shades, have you heard about the Ganon's Tower conspiracy?
Oh, I have not. Well, please do tell.
So, there's 22 chests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which chest generally is the tile room?
Usually the 22nd, because that's the last one anyone wants to check.
Right. How many tiles are in the formation?
Butter
There's
sword!
butter.
He did not find any keys at all, so he's going to have to go right side. Let's see what we find here. 10 arrows on the torch. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob is going to live today. For those who don't know, Bob is an anti-fairy that if the torch item is not picked up in this version of the game, it glitches out the sprite for that specific anti-fairy, and we've affectionately called him Bob. They, to the point where the Randomizer developers have not bothered to fix that glitch.
Yeah, and of course, it's a glitch you would only notice in Randomizer because you can't get there without bonking that torch in the vanilla game.
Exactly. So he's opting not to check the rest of the right side. He's going, or left side. He's going right.
All right, so he's going modified Dark Magician route here, which is an interesting play. But yes, there are exactly 22 tiles in that formation. Just saying, it's a conspiracy. It's like, is it a coincidence? Yes, it's definitely a coincidence.
It's just a theory, folks, but it's only a game theory. Shout out to my buddy Matt Pat.
Game theory. Okay, I'm done.
True fact, I actually used to work with Matt Pat before he really hit it big.
Interesting. So yeah, my thing is I used to work with actual game theory as part of my PhD. So there you go.
Hey, look at that. Works out for both of us. Still haven't found the big key yet for Psigarde, so he's gonna head back to the left side. My Rando room hopes are still high, folks.
Wait, is that a candy corn Illuminati symbol?
Oh, yes, it is.
What?
Frugal work? What is that? I just checked it. The Candy Cornati, as it's called.
Wow.
And now everyone in the chat's hitting it. We're seeing a lot of Candy Cornati in the chat. Wow. Twitch, you continue to amaze me sometimes. What have we done? What
no,
have
I'm
we
sorry.
done?
What have I done? Okay.
All right, back on track here, folks. Still looking for that big key. Psigarde having trouble with some boomerang strats, so he's going to use the cane. Oh. There we go.
All right, so Psigarde gonna head down to the rando room.
I said bottom left chest, if I recall. No, bottom right. Bottom right.
Yeah, you said one of those.
So let's see if my guess is correct here. Here we go, folks.
It looks like Mike the V will be picking up his boots shortly.
Yep. Bottom right! Yes! I finally called it!
Oh boy! All right, now we've got your witch tribunal set up.
Did I say bottom? I could have sworn I said bottom right. Oh well. I guess my curse was on. I've yet to call it. I've yet to call it. No.
It's a trap.
Mike the V finally getting his boots from the bat. He is now entering go mode. Probably not happy that it took him this long. And I just noticed Alvy put the Cornati symbol in the stream.
Oh.
It's right there on the sword in the center. Alvy, this is why I love you, dude.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Folks, this is why I love doing these commentaries. There's just so much madness that goes on these streams.
So, there's still runs going on, so let's talk about those. So we've got Psigarde finishing off the gauntlet in short order, but only having 3 hearts, so he's going to powder that bunny beam to get some more hearts.
Indeed.
We're going to see some silver arrow strats on Landmo 2. Now, unfortunately, only
a little bit of
once,
trouble there.
But the second one hits fine, and then he finishes it off with the butter sword.
You mentioned other races going on. We want to remind you folks, after this is done, later this afternoon at noon, we're going to have another race over on Speed Gaming 3 with Salty Fire and Elminster. And we have other races going on throughout the day. We've got a ton of races. We've got 2 races going on. We've got a quad race at 2 o'clock. We've got another race at 3:30 over on Speed Gaming 2. We have a race at 4 o'clock here on Speed Gaming 1. Speed Gaming 3 has another race at 6 o'clock and another quad race at 8 o'clock on Speed Gaming 3. So if you guys are enjoying Randomizer, if you're enjoying this race, we've got more than enough Randomizer to go around for you guys today.
Yep, we got all the rando you can stando.
Nice. You guys will see the full. You guys can see the full schedule down below in the descriptions. So be sure to pull that up. You can see exactly what's going on, and that's just for Randomizer. We've got, Speed Gaming's always got amazing races going on with other games: Super Metroid, Final Fantasy, Dragon Warrior, Link's Awakening. So if you definitely make sure you follow all of our channels to see all of the amazing races that these guys have to offer. It is incredible what we have going on here.
And not even all of that is randomized. So if you prefer your speed gaming experience with a little less RNG in it, we also have those things going on as well. I believe yesterday there was a big Super Metroid just trying to get the record thing going on here.
Race to the record. Very cool. Psigarde skipping the validation chest. Disqualified.
For some reason, people will start spamming their love of Dairy Queen at this point. I don't understand.
Hey, you got some good ice cream, though I always prefer Twisty Treat myself, to be honest.
That I've not heard of such a thing.
Ah.
It's because I'm from a different part of the country, I imagine.
Most likely. Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That is unusual, having all 3 Ganon clones right there on top of each other. That is
unfortunately unusual. They were all or one of them was shooting an unfortunate blue projectile. And it looks like Mike the V will now be entering Ganon's tower.
Yeah, and Psigarde finishing off Aghanim 2. He is ready for the big pig.
He will be trying to, and then realizing he hasn't finished Skull Woods.
Also, I should clarify that Psigarde not opening the validation chat does not mean he's actually disqualified.
Alvy with the Zelda 2 sound effects.
Yeah.
So Alvy's use of sound effects are unparalleled. I don't know if you have heard about the epic match that lasted something like 8 hours.
Oh, Lord.
But one of the racer who went that long wasn't using the audio on their stream, so Alvy basically recreated the entire audio of the game, including sound effects.
Oh, Alvy, dude. You are a master. You're making Fiesel look bad, and I don't say that lightly.
Psigarde finishing off phase 3. Did we find the arrows in the light world? You bet we did.
Yep. Go using the torch glitch. If you light that first torch before the second torch goes out, it will glitch it so that that second torch will never go out.
Oh, and we got a double coming, or maybe not.
Not in this case. So he's gonna light that last torch. I think he's only got 1 or 2 shots left here.
Just one.
Just one. Psigarde with the victory. We're gonna wait for him to enter the door and get his official time. Very, very nice race here from Psigarde. GG, good sir. GG. And Mike the V already forfeiting. But nonetheless, Psigarde finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 11 seconds.
Yeah, at this point, there are no repercussions for forfeiting a race in the Swiss round, so there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you have time issues. And it looks like we'll have Psigarde joining us shortly.
Yep, here. Psigarde in here. Actually, let me see if I can pull him in for us. Oh, never mind.
Hello, Psigarde.
GG.
Hello. GG. That was scary.
Yeah, it was an interesting seed there. So, what do you think gave you this race?
Probably continuing to clear ice.
That was it.
Yeah, that actually paid off for you because Mike the V did not go through most of Ice Palace in his first time, and considering that the cane and the lamp were there, that was the play that gave you the win.
Yeah. I'm just really glad I had checked Death Mountain first, so I knew that, like, Lamp would give me Flute.
Yeah, that was one of, sequence breaking in V26 doesn't pay off as often as it used to, but in this case, it did, giving you guys early knowledge of the flute and a few other things early on that helped make you guys just run a lot faster than it probably would have been.
It was a pretty huge deal.
Were you at any point worried that you were going to have to do a pedestal seed, considering how long it went?
I was, basically as soon as I finished up Pod, and I still didn't have the boots, I was thinking, okay, so There's a good chance that it's a pedestal right now, and if it was, I would have been so far behind because I skipped all of the pendants.
Yeah, well, your opponent only got one of them. It did lead to getting the half magic because Blind had that, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, when you went to the magic bat to get the boots, we were sitting here thinking it's either the magic bat or it is actually pedestal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was also so worried that Mike had done like a fake powder on the bat.
Oh yeah, that could have happened.
Yeah. Like you would have had to go to my or ice before going to witch, but you could have had it. Because like they were both open at the same time.
Yeah, that again, that pass on Ice Palace, no matter how you look at it, cost Mike the V this race, unfortunately, because having the cane would have allowed him to get the boots a little sooner if he had done the fake mushroom glitch. But at the end of the day, you made all the right calls going to Ice Palace, going to Turtle Rock when you did. I mean, those are dungeons that a lot of racers try to avoid if they can help it. For you took the gamble and it paid off. That must have felt really good when you kept finding all those items.
Yeah, like at first I couldn't really believe it. Like I went to ice and just found the hammer and then the cane and then the lamp and then okay, I guess I'm gonna go to T-Rock and then I find hookshot and bow.
So you know that meme about Pendant Ice Palace always having something?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like
Pen Dungeon always has something.
Pendant Ice Palace has everything, apparently.
Oh, yeah, but absolutely fantastic run, man. I definitely give you a big GG on that. Like 1:47:11, that's a pretty decent time, all things considered.
Yeah, it's all right considering like you didn't get flute until like 50 minutes in, I think, and boots were your go mode item. Having to clear like all of the world to get them. That's an okay time at least.
Yeah, I'd say so. Plus, you got yourself armed to the teeth. You had your silvers. You got the red mail, which Mike never did get. He actually skipped the blue mail on Desert Ledge, which yeah, unfortunately that actually came back. That and missing a couple heart containers came back to haunt him. He actually died like 2 or 3 times in Turtle Rock because of that.
Oh. Yeah, that's rough.
Quite unfortunate.
I did die a few times myself, but that was on Laser Bridge after I had taken the safety door, so...
Yeah, it didn't cost you too badly, and that laser bridge, even with as much health as you can get, can still be a pain, so we it wasn't taking that safety was really the smart idea, but you did good, man, so congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done. So 4 wins, that gets you in. You're right.
Yeah, it does.
You ready for the group stage?
Oh boy.
Is there anybody you want to be in the group stage with or avoid in the group stage?
Well, I obviously want to avoid everyone because all of them are so good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean it's the best of the best coming up soon, so you're gonna have to pray for a lot. Are there any final words you have for us before we sign off?
Thanks for commenting, and GG to Mike.
Indeed. I want to see what the bonk count is because it's not going to be very high.
No, it's going to be a very low bonk count.
I think it's going to be like 4. I haven't actually looked at my own credits, so.
Well, it's playing right now, so we'll let you know here in just a second. But that is just so much fun.
I think you'll definitely have 2.
Yeah.
Because those 2 were required, but everything else, or at least 2 intentional ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed today's race, remember we've got a lot of races coming up. We have a race starting in just less than 5 minutes over on Speed Gaming 3. So once we're done here, you can pop on over there, check that race out, and see what's going on with that. And of course, follow all of our channels: Speed Gaming's 1 through 4, Randomizer Mania 1 through 4. Definitely make sure you give a shout. And of course, give a follow to our two runners, Mike the V and Psigarde, as well as our restreamer Alv, our tracker Blast Egg, and of course, myself and my co-commentator, Dr. Bobtastic. Guys, and we got 11 bonks, actually.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh yeah, because I fell a bunch of times in GT. That spike. Screw that one.
Indeed. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, just make sure to show your appreciation for these runners, show your appreciation for everybody involved. Give these runners a follow, give everybody else a follow. Thank you all so much for watching today. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Do you have anything else to say?
Well, as I always like to say, rock on, guys.
All right. This is Dr. Bobtastic signing off.